Streak starting from 0. Feels bad, man. We have Tethys with Root Seeds and a Razor Sharp Edge. Well, 2 Razor Sharp Edges. Titan's Gratitudes and a Cuddle Hex is nice. We have both the shield icons, which means 1 rage enemy and 1 shield enemy. And Seraph of Sappage. And it looks like we're getting very close for the one-sided run. We'll probably be doing that next. We have a freeze cards. We also have a turn frozen cards to 0. There is a 50% chance to consume, which can be good. Both could be good. Let's make frozen cards 0. And take some frosties. Non-boss enemies get too much health, too much attack. We could probably... it's fine. Need someone to block here. If we please. That's not the someone to block that I wanted. That is terrible. Where's the Stewarts? Hey, baby tech. Okay, so we're probably only taking 1 hit. Hey, kids, run. Perfect sense. It would discard the only other card that I want to play. We get 0 hits in. Reasonable. Not a great start. Hopefully the unit will be worth it. It's not. Huh. Armor up. I just took a heal though. I wonder if armor up's still the better play. I really want to take Thornboy, but with Root Seeds it's tough. And I guess that means Celia's the play. That feels so bad. It feels really bad. I don't know. Maybe we can buff her up a bit. She's got a sweep on her. We do have buff cards. Can't armor endless turn attack. Okay, working hollow with no hit points. I know we've got one wildwood sap, which is definitely not enough. Endless Celia. Start ranking up armor Celia. I mean, it's a thing. It's technically a thing, I guess. Spikes. Good enough. Good enough. Extra magic. Not Tides Gratitude. Offering token since we got an incant. Fine Grasping, since we have an incant. One of these two. We've already got 2 Razor Sharps. Fine Grasp's okay. What if we just double up on the Celias? Let's go here in case we can get an extra 25 hit points first. Trample's probably not what we want. Multi, maybe? Yeah, we can multi. I'm more concerned about the Celia not being quick. Means we just take a beating. Is this the multi-strike? Yes, Champion Beef, it is. 100%. That's not quite enough frost. And that's a little bit of death. Can we avoid this death? 14, 14, 21, maybe. In the wrong spot again? I am. You can't back seat if you can't see your energy. Well, maybe I'm in the right spot then. Hey, Balthus, how you doing? Working and listening. Working's good. I like working. Listening's good too. Oh, we got Shark. And Vine Mother. That's interesting. Let's go ahead and take Shark. And take a draw. Get stuff for Shark. I think getting stuff for Shark's fine. We get sweep. Oh, nice. There we go. Prepared. You already have a sweep. Yeah. But one of them sweep with frost. That's better. Baby Tech, when you open up with "Can I bitch about Windows 10 for a minute?" you probably need to send that message first and then wait. Now, the answer is of course you can, but just in case the future where it's a no and you've then spent a whole bunch of time writing a message that I'm just going to purge, you know, I'm mindful of my viewers' time. I would hate for you to waste it. You know, just in case. Okay, you got a new controller to play with, but it doesn't work without updating the Windows feature set to something. So you do it. Then all your power settings are wrong. Your PC keeps sleeping and kicking the fans too high. So you have to go into Group Policy Manager, fix them, and you have to reinstall your desktop gadget because Windows said it's not compatible, even though I said it works fine. Yeah, that sounds like a problem. I'd recommend not doing all of that. Can you not do all of that? It's already done. So the problem's sorted. Yeah, I hate that. That missing time's usually pretty bad. So, hey. Need a founding seal. I would take a founding seal. Alright, hit one horns. Rude game. It's rude. That was good. Oh, I'm gonna take a permafrost. Freeze Mr. One Horn. Do we want that? Oh, incant. Spells. The old double stack. Holdover permafreeze. That could be interesting. I don't think I'd actually do it though. Holding room graph's not awful. It's sort of becomes like a neutral thing, so you do get an incant out of it. It does cost 100 gold though. And we're not exactly, like, we're not poor, but we're not, like, rich beyond our wildest dreams type of stuff. If we had another synergy with healing, then I'd be more inclined to do it. Morning, Chromo. Good answer, Baby Tech. Oh, I didn't put a thing in Discord, did I? Thanks for reminding me, Chroma. There we go. Multi-strike. I don't know if I want the multi-strike here. I think this could be trouble. Well, I want the multi-strike, but it could be trouble, so I won't do it. Hey, two Copes been working on Board Game IO. That's good, is it? Some dude is pushing to have a Slay the Spire tournament in 2021. People are arguing that it should be on A15, not A20. Yeah, and it shouldn't involve heart. First to heart wins 2 out of 3, so it's speed based. Seated, or you just... look, I'm going to stay out of this because this is what happens when people organize stuff. It just ends up like rubbish. people organize things. That's a cynical take. This is what happens when people try to do stuff. It all ends up being garbage. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's the, I'm going to organize something under the guise of it being for everyone else, but it's just a big wad of self-promotion, which is totally cool if you're honest about it and say, I'm going to make myself look good by organizing this. Just do that, you know. Of course it's a streamer. Like, I could have told you that straight away. Because, like I just said, let's organize something and we'll say it's for the community, but it's a way of getting me known out there. The only time that it's not for them is when it's for charity. And sometimes it's still for them. If it lets you play worlds faster than other people who think they're good at Slay the Spire, then you're all for it. So here's the issue, right? Is it seeded runs? And here's a spoiler for you. Whatever your answer is, ends up it's bad. It is seeded? Okay, well then someone's going to know the seeds. So, you know, call shenanigans if you will. Hashtag Pancynical. Merry Christmas, Yudako. How you doing? They could generate new seeds live on air. Okay, yep. That means you have to then wait for everyone to finish their first run before you can get the next seed. Which means it's painstakingly slow for everyone involved. Right? Because you can't generate a new seed early, because I could start playing that seed while Chromo's playing his first game. And give him a heads up, right? Yeah, you need anything where the game, even if it's not the best design, anything where the game has inbuilt stuff where people can just sign up for a lobby. The problem with the Monster Train one is you've got to be able to... Oh, no, you can make a custom Hell Rush, right? And so you could make a custom one. Again, the same problem. You get the issue with... well, you don't really. Because we could do that live on air. I could make a custom challenge and we could just say go. But the same deal, anyone streaming, like, there is the information of finding out from someone else what's in there. You have to like have the anti-stream snipe stuff. 10-minute delay or something. Even then. I'm probably going to derail this run somewhere on Circle 7 anyway, so that's alright, man. Aren't tourneys usually brackets like blah 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 blah? They don't have to be. There's like a... I'm guessing there would be dozens, if not 100 different ways you can run a tournament. If speed's the goal, you don't think about it. Because it's seeded runs, right? So it's really hard. You know, you need to participate in the whole conversation. You do have some really good valid points there, Beef, but you know, what I said is, what we discussed is that if it's not seeded runs, then people that luck into good runs have a huge advantage. If you're just going the first person to win twice, then the strategy is re-roll until you ironclad until you get Dead Branch from the Whale, and you just power charge that. As soon as you get Dead Branch from the Whale, you go. Right. So if it is seeded runs, you have to be able to distribute the seed to everyone at the same time. So the only way of doing it is someone has to stream it live or put it in a Discord, say, here's the seed. But they have to stream that so that you know that they're not feeding the seed to someone else first. Someone said it should be A20. Others basically said we aren't jobs, we don't have 3 hours for a run, and someone else responded with get good. Yeah, which is, you know, that's the... Oh, we've got sweeper. Sweeper, no sweeping. I mean, that's the mentality you're going to get. Followed by get good. Yeah, see, people are just jerks, right? Yeah, but if it's first to 2 wins, you can't give out the seed until everyone's played the first run. So it just becomes a shambles. This one's a random guess? No, you picked 7. It's already been picked. You can't unpick it now. Hey, Borzoi. I don't classify decks. Because I have root seeds as well, so is it a root seed deck? I also have one horn, so it's a multi-strike deck. I have an endless shark, so it's an endless shark. I also have a wild set. Well, you know what I mean? I think deck classification in any non-constructed game is a very poor way to convey what your build is about. Unless we say it's a monster train deck, in which case then that's still also a very poor way to convey it, but very accurate. That series of different brackets, if you use different seeds for each pair of players, you aren't waiting on everyone, you're waiting on a single pair. That's even, I think that would be even more chaos, because now you've got to, you have to broadcast drawing a seed for every pair as it comes. Because this is being, remember, this isn't being run by, you know, this is just being put together by some random person. So what's going to happen is, and Chromo's already shown that this is happening, is that people are already making judgment on the other people in there, which means there'll be accusations of cheating if things aren't as transparent as possible, because it's on the internet. So of course there's going to be. Whereas if it's run by a professional, organization that dedicates to running Slay the Spire tournaments, which by the way I don't believe there is any, that you're going to get that. So to keep the transparency there, things have to be done like drawing the seeds live on stream, so that no one has an advantage, and it's up to you now to take that seed from the stream that's broadcasting it, put it in your Slay the Spire, and go. So now you've got to do that for each individual pairing every time someone comes in. It just becomes an admin nightmare. Yeah. And that's assuming pairings, which I think would be a terrible way to do something like this. I think you'd want to have a pool of people, let's just say everyone, right, and hand out one seed and say go, right, and because they're saying the first person to get to 2 hearts or 3 win. Oh, it is pairing? That's even worse. Like, that's terrible. Because it's a seeded roguelike, you could literally just say, here's the seed, here's the first seed, play it and go, and the first person to get the win wins. Right? It's probably not the best, but it's reasonable. And you can say you get to go twice in the game, you get to play it 3 times, you can do whatever you want, you just have to win this seed. And that way, someone wins it and they've won that round. Or it could be elimination, like the last 2 people who haven't beaten it, they're eliminated from the tournament. And that way it doesn't matter. Someone can reset the run, someone can redo it, but you've got to win that seed. Someone could get halfway through Act 1 and be like, oh, there's a kunai at this store, I'm going back to the start. Whereas someone who was already there and already got the kunai, they're in front. You get a different strategy. But it means you can eliminate, like, everyone's playing at the same time. You can eliminate as many people as you want, or advance as many people as you want. Once you start going head to head, it becomes really, really strange. Yeah, and it's speedrunning, which, that's the thing. If you say, I want to run a speedrunning Slay the Spire tournament, you're going to draw in those people. If you say, I just want to play a Slay the Spire tournament, you're drawing in everyone, and then people are like, oh, actually, I want to bail now because I don't like the rule set, and have they already, I don't think anyone's committed. I don't think there's a financial commitment to this, right? So you should have a stipulation you're not allowed to restart. Why not? But that's the problem. As soon as you do that and you say there's no restarts, you're out, then you have 1 seed, right? And if you're playing first to 2 wins, advances, and someone gets a win in, I don't know, let's give them 35 minutes to beat the heart, right? They could go on and try the next seed, except now they have to wait for everyone. Right? So it actually benefits someone to go, oh, if everyone else is eliminated, I'm just going to take my time. And I'll play a really slow, I'll do a 3-hour run and guarantee a win. And that way everyone who's doing like the 35-minute smash that dies, I could beat them. It's... I've been involved in these. They're terrible. The best one, the best co-op stuff that I did on Slay the Spire was with Jorbs. Because he worked it out. One, it's Jorbs, right? So of course he's worked out how to do it. But he eliminated all the other options. And it wasn't even a competition. It was a thing where he got in, I don't know if there was 5 of us or 7 of us. I think it was 7. On a different day. It was all organised. We sat in and we co-oped runs with him. And all the other co-op stuff I've done with someone else to co-op runs, it's just been terrible. Like, it's been unorganised, and the couple of competitions that I tried to be involved in, they're just terrible. They're unorganised, shambles, waste of so many people's time. And one of them started 4 hours late, And I was already staying up later than my normal time, so I could, try and be part of it because it was a charity thing. And at the 4-hour mark, I was saying, look, I'm gonna have to bail because I'm already, 2 hours late for bed, and I already stay up stupidly late and don't get enough sleep. And they abused me, for not being a team player. It's like, dude, I got a family, other things, Not my fault you couldn't get your stuff sorted. Yeah. Anyway. I know, how dare I opt out of something that I volunteered to help out with because you couldn't, do so much as be less than 4 hours delayed. I don't know what I want here. End rant. This is going to be a great one on YouTube. Watch out, Chromo. Twitch is doing IP bans for certain new words. Hey, Tiny. I'm doing well. Weather's hot today, actually. How are you? Yeah, but this is Twitch, Chromo. Like there's anything justifiable between context of what was said. Head back home for Christmas? Nice. They permabanned someone who had their kid talking to chat. Yeah, people will come up with new words and say, this word means this word now. And be like, we all know that it means that if you tell us that's what it means. Yeah, but what are they going to do? Can't wait for DMCA to be a felony and get thrown in jail because there's a police sirens in a video game. Police sirens have already been copywritten by some idiot with a YouTube video or something. When YouTube was going through all of this, there were people, because people do this, right? Let's go back even further. Let's go way back, because we can. So... how far back do we want to go? So, I don't know what it's called. There's a term for it. When you take out a domain name, a .com, right? Someone does something, you see a trend, and you're like, you know what? I think that this is going to be a hot thing. So you get www.newhotthing.com, squatting. Thank you, Baby Tech. Right? Yeah, domain squatting. You're like, I think www.newhotthing.com is going to be the next hottest thing. Right? So you get website, www.nexthottestthing, and you don't do anything with it. and then it does become the next hottest thing, and you approach them and say, hey, I own www.nexthottestthing.com, and I think that would be really great for your brand. And they're like, heck yes, that would be really great for our brand because we're next best thing, right? So we would love to have this, but we can't because you have it. Like, yeah, okay, we've established this. And you sell it to them, right? And it's a jerk move, but you've got to be able to sort of foresee that it is potentially next hottest thing, and you have to pay for it, and you have to keep paying for it to have it. You could miss out, right? So that's something someone does. So the evolution of this was when DMCA was going down on YouTube. People went around recording sounds so that they could, and it would be in video. Like they'd make sure there was a video, but the sounds would be in the background. And the idea was that they were basically squatting on the sound as copyright material, so that they could issue takedowns for or instead of having the takedown, they could take ad revenue off people that would also have their own video but would end up with those background sounds. But Panz, that sounds like a jerk move. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, so that's right. YouTube doesn't check straight away unless someone... unless someone has a dispute. The thing is, though, you would have to go around and make a claim, right? Whereas if you've got a video on YouTube and yours is first, and you've done whatever the registration is, back then, their auto claimer would pick it up. Right? Their auto DMCA would pick it up and give the jerk the ad revenue, which meant they didn't have to go around making false claims. And that was the problem. Right? It was because they were trying to auto-generate the money for it. And it was working. You're going to copyright sneezing? Well, it has to sound like your sneeze, though, Borzoi, for the auto thing to pick it up. And there's a bunch of registrations that you need to do, and a whole bunch... It's not as simple as just, I'm copywriting this for me. It's nowhere near as bad as scalping for consoles. They're both jerk moves, right? But scalping consoles is definitely worse. People will say it's good business practice, but it's just, crappy. People were selling boxes of PS5 because they were advertising it as a PS5 box and someone was buying it. Is that why? So they're actually advertising it as the box. And it was getting bid on as the box. Wow, because people don't read. That's the nuts of it. People don't read. I mean, that's a jerk move. 100% jerk. But also, that's on the person who put the bid in to not be a complete and utter effing moron, right? Like, just read the ad. Oh, so a scalper bought it? Well, okay, that's funny then. That's no longer a jerk move. That becomes legitimately awesome. Provided it was only scalpers that were getting done. No, I mean, like you said, you gotta take some responsibility for what you bid on eBay, right? And the funny thing is, now that I know that scalpers are using bots to pick up items so that they can resell at higher price. But the only one selling a PS5 on eBay is a scalper, right? So a scalper's just buying PS5s from other scalpers so they can scalp at an even higher price. How many times can I say scalper in a single sentence? So I don't understand why a scalper is, buying the product off eBay. A music copyright law that people can't react to music videos on YouTube. I think that's a good law. Like, if you want to react to a music video, supply a link to the video and just have you on screen. Don't have the video on screen and don't have the sound to the video on screen. If the video is "this is my reaction," that means it should be this. It should be... You know, with my sound effects, it shouldn't have the video and it shouldn't have the audio from it. And as a creator, that would be me. I could supply the link to that video so you can go and watch that video, and that person can get the view or the listen on Spotify or whatever. I wish H3H had lost that lawsuit. Apart from the fact that the video they watched was crap and the dude that they watched it off was an absolute douchebag. Like, that's someone else's content. I reckon if I did a reaction video to watching other people react, they would be on me so hard and be like, you can't have my reaction video as you're reacting to my reaction video. Well, why not? Yours is a reaction video. That's not how this works. Whatever, idiot. What about videos that do breakdowns and talk about the sound effects and play parts to show what they mean? So and it's not the whole song playing. Yeah, so that's a really good topic because you're using it sort of like as an educational thing. And if that's something you want to do, is break some stuff down to be informative and educational and explain stuff, reach out to the person that did that and seek permission. That's what the law said, was H3H was adding enough to make it legally distinct to work, which I think is, again, personal opinion, not a lawyer. They were using apart from the fact they were making fun of him, but he was an idiot and it was a crap video. But it was his crap video and him being an idiot, right? Whoever the dude's name is, I can't even remember anymore. I never claimed to be a lawyer though. I don't consult people on the law, Chroma. Mister, I got a Fellowship of the Rings or whatever. Didn't you get a fellowship? Didn't they make you a fellow? That makes you a fellow, have a fellowship, didn't it? With an elf and a dwarf, yeah, nice. So when you go study somewhere, whether it's at school or you go to college or university or somewhere else, and they provide a textbook or a syllabus and they look at other material, whether it be music looking at a song or software using a game or certain software or whatever, they've all sought out permission to do that. You know, if you've got a textbook with, reaching out that uses other examples, unless it's common, whatever the word is for that, like, that's what you do. That's the problem. Like, it's one of the issues. It's why YouTube went through the whole DMCA thing and why Twitch shouldn't be going through it, but if they were at the same time, is because other people's material is other people's material. Common domain. Thanks, Cole. Copyright should have some sort of permission use clause that lets you copyright content if you grant 50%. But what happens? I see what you're saying there, because that way someone can. What will happen then is if you put that in the law that says you can use other people's stuff, but you got to give them 50%, you have now opened a floodgate of a whole bunch of people to just go and like day one, blockbuster movie comes out, I'm going to pirate it and I'm going to sell it, but I'm going to give them 50% because that's what the law says. You know what I mean? So you've just allowed me, if you make that a law, you've allowed everyone to go make pirated stuff, sell it at a huge discount, but give up 50%. Right? Like, I'll take that $20 a copy thing, pirate it, distribute it for $10 a copy, and I'll get more sales because mine's half price, but I'll give 50% to the original person. And I'll just walk away with 50% for doing absolutely nothing. Better yet, I'm going to set up a system that will automatically do that so I can do, you know what I mean? Like, there is piracy that sells for 100% today, but it's illegal. As soon as you make it allowable, it'd just ruin that industry. Right? Do we want anything? Do we care about anything? Maybe capacity. I don't mind it'd be like an armor card. I think an armor card would be great, but we don't have one of those. Okay, you may have missed part of the discussion. Maybe, but that's okay. How you doing, Cheer Pep? If adding to a work by reacting isn't acceptable, why would that extend to, like, Twitch? The game isn't made by the streamer, they're adding to the interaction of the game. Okay, so if someone came out, and it's not, Cheer Pep, okay, and this is the thing, it's not. Any game developer can come out and say, we don't want our game streamed, and you are not allowed to stream it. The thing is, they don't, because they do want their game streamed. Right? But they could, any game developer could, come out and straight up say, you cannot stream our game. And then it would be up to, it'd be really weird because people would have to explain why I'm not streaming their game, I'm using it for a fair use video. And it's really hard to do a Let's Play as a fair use video. Right? But that's one of the things that, if I have, it's the same as the music one. If I have rights to music and I legally can strike someone with DMCA, it doesn't mean I have to, and it doesn't mean they're automatically going to get done. I either have to set up a thing that will automatically do it by notifying. YouTube's got a thing in it. Twitch really doesn't. I'm sure there's a bunch of actual companies that will set it up so the auto filters pick up, on Twitch, pick up whatever you register. The same as movies. You can make a movie and say this, and let anyone stream it. DMCA is short for something else, which basically is like some sort of digital media copyright authority. If I had to guess, I've probably got 2 or 3 of those words wrong. Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Okay, I got two of them right. Right. So yeah, as terms of like streaming a game, totally the Shiny Shoe could shut down the streaming of Monster Train, but why would they? They want people to promote it, so someone can be like, you know what, I'm thinking about buying this game. I want to go pop in and see a stream and ask someone live some questions. Hey, I got some really good answers. I'm going to go buy that game. Can Keanu Reeves say no one is allowed to make memes with images of me without explicit permission because I own the copyright to my likeness? Yes, he can say that. Because you theoretically can say anything you want. It doesn't make it fact. Or even enforceable. And you could just say, I'm not making one of Keanu Reeves. I'm making one of my cousin, Rihanna Keeves, who just happens to bear an uncanny likeness to someone else. Because with how many billion people we have in the world, some people look like other people. Well, he can't stop them from recreating a digital lookalike character, no matter what, because all they need to do is find someone else that also looks like him, and that person can be like, "But it's of me, not of him." But they can't call the character Keanu Reeves, unless, of course, the lookalike also looks like Keanu Reeves, in which case then the law's going to get real murky. And there's also, what's that disclaimer? Any and all similarity to actual people are coincidental, blah, 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 blah. Hey, Oatmeal, how you doing? The people are not depicted in real life, blah, blah, blah. Copyright's a mess, it's not going to get any better. Correct. On Twitch, sorry. It's already kind of, it's not, I wouldn't say sorted on YouTube, but it's already, I'd say, better, right? That is a lot of damage for those things to take, and I don't know if I want to take it all there. All because I didn't draw Shark. Can we afford to keep taking it there? I guess we're gonna have to. That kind of sucks. Oh, he's too big. You're too big. It won't fit. Hey Noah, how you doing? Some runs like this one, I take barely any trinkets. What leads you to that decision? That's a good question. First one is the path we go down. No trinkets. No trinkets offered. Okay, early trinket offered. I'm looking at getting upgrades to my units still. Right. Had I been really low health, or had we thought it was really important to remove cards, we would have been there. We probably would have taken a trinket. Right. This is not the one-sided run. Where's the next one? Same deal here. Wanting to hit spells up instead. Didn't have anything really good to dupe. Didn't need to get health, so wanting to go this side. That's usually what happens. And unless you get an early merchant of trinkets, which you can, you know, like, where's the other? Can you get one in 6? I don't think you can get one in 6. If you don't have the money, which we did have the money, but wanted to do stuff, you know, there's got to be something there. So it's usually that one. Other runs, you get the trial for a trinket, and you're just taking it because it's an easy trial. So you just take it. People often say, "Oh, you should go for this trinket this run." There's so many, and going for it isn't like, you know, I'm going to go for a free throw, or I'm going to go for a field goal, or a point after touchdown. You don't go for it. You click on the thing and you take the path that's there. You can't really say, I'm going to go for a double gorge trinket. There's no way of earning that. It's either there or it's not. And that's about it, really. Yeah, and the choice of 2, and that's something to consider as well. Unless there's nothing you need, like I often don't weigh in on getting a trinket as this thing. This is almost like not worth anything. Like, both sides would have to be so equal that I'd be like, you know what, trinket could be okay. That would be the deciding factor. It's worth 25 gold. That's it. That's the thing. That might be the deciding factor. Well, at least I'm going to get 25 gold. Just go for Bottled Apotheosis. That's it, man. I believe it's pronounced Apotheosas. We might make it back. That start wasn't the greatest. No, shark! The way I said that reminded you of my money. That's exactly what I was doing, Baby Tech. 100%. That's the reference. I did a great job at it. Panz famous. It's never famous. One day, chat. It's good if she dies there? Nah, not with these things out the front. It's a super large shark. It's a mega large shark. You like the one horns? This is my second 2-horn Tethys run. I don't think the last one had root seeds and razor sharps though. Like having Tethys hit for 210 like fizz damage a turn, sweep, that's pretty good. It's okay. Thanks, Beef. Spells get an extra slot. Okay. Oh. Quintuple fragile. Actually want to keep these around because they help the thingy. That one doesn't. A little bit. This is... X3? No, X5. We're at 5 fragile. How would hold over on a 0 cost? They go back to whatever their cost. But it's until you... What is it? Until played or discarded? Yeah. But it's 5 times Baby Tech. It's Quinjal. Why would you go there? Okay, never mind. Stygian and Awoken seem to be a very popular combo among streamers. Is it because of the ease of play or another synergy not quite seeing? First thing to do is to check what is available on the streamer, like the number in the square. If they're new to Monster Train and they're playing on like Covenants, what are the early Covenants? Chances are they're one of the 2 of the 3 that are unlocked. Right. If, like me, they're playing random, then it's just per chance. If they're choosing, it's totally because it's easy. Awoken, especially Awoken main has healing built in, so that helps out your tank a lot. Awoken Exiled has Root Siege, which can help out your damage a lot. Get wrecked. Uh-oh. I didn't mean it. So this is tough. Like, I want to be able to freeze stuff, but I guess we needed to be where stuff was better. So the biggest issue is that if Shark dies next turn, we might not get to freeze off our stuff. And I want to be able to freeze off the stuff, otherwise we can't play it. I've got a perma-freeze though, right? That might have to be how we do this. Which does kind of suck. I think Shark dies next turn. Well, if Shark dies next turn but doesn't actually kill off Little Dude, could be good. I could have frozen the Cuddle Hex, that's true, but I don't think as good as just waiting to freeze the thing. Oh, this is perfect, he's dying on that hit. Here's the problem though. Maybe freeze something else here, right? We just play it. Lost the 50-50. Yeah, the 6 Ember Tome would be good. Just one of them. Not being greedy, just need one of them. We have to throw this first while there's like the most in the hand. It's totally fine. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Stay alive, Celia, you got this. Oh. Oh man, no one on YouTube is going to stick it out to see us 6 times multi-hitting Tethys after all that rubbish about DMCA and the crappy Slay the Spire tournament that Chromo brought up. Thanks, Chromo. By the way, if you are still here on YouTube, please like and subscribe, comment down below. It really helps out the channel, I appreciate it. Oh, and drop by sometimes. If you stuck around through that boring crap, you'll like some of the other stuff we just waffle on about. No! Oh, it's relentless? That's okay. Hey, Yelnats, what was that about waffles? Goes great with chicken and bacon. Yeah, it does. Oh yeah, annihilate the bell too. Set your notifications on. I also play other games. You know, if you're interested in other games. Oh, Celia died. Alright. Oh, you know that. Can we fit Shark up here? No, he's too thick. Shark too thick. Don't punish. $76 times 6 with 20 frostbite applied per hit. That's 120 frostbite a turn. I could raise the sharp tethers to fit Shark. That's true. Oh, 2 curbs with the thicker than a Pixar mom. Yeah. Let me get my Shark pick. Look at that Shark. That's a thick Shark. Oh, also, if anyone's actually still here in the stream, that didn't leave because of that thing, you want me to slow it down? I put all my Monster Train wins on YouTube. And everything else I do, because why not? That's what you're supposed to do, right? That way, if you want to catch up on stuff, it's much easier than using the Twitch VOD viewer, because we know the Twitch VOD viewer's terrible. The Monster Train section has a bunch of categories in it, organized by the main champion. So this will not only will this go on the latest video ones, but also go on the Tethys wins, and they're all titled by what the main clan and the secondary clan is. So if you're looking for Awoken, exiled, or Stygian, exiled, Awoken, you can just go to the Stygian section and go through. I like organization. I don't put my face in it, but I probably should. Here, I'll find a video one. Don't click on that, Panz. That's I just clicked on some random video. Panz plays Monster Train. There you go. So you have Hellhound, Awoken, Stygian, all the clans, then the exiled clans. So you can search for whatever you want your secondary in. I normally put one of the cards that was really cool and the champion, so you can see on the thumbnail. You can't see on this thumbnail, but in other views you can see on the thumbnail what champion it is. Someone copyrighted my likeness, yeah. Santa Claus, jerk.